Alright, so now we're going to configure the Media Center. And if you've already clicked on the Media Center, please pause this video and restart the box, and then unpause the video and come back and we'll continue. For everybody that's ready to go, we're going to go ahead and go down here and hit the plus. If you're using a keyboard, that just means to press enter. If you're using the remote, just press OK. If I say to return or go back, that's going to be escape on the keyboard or the return button on the remote. Alright, so now we're going to go down by pressing the down arrows either on the keyboard or the remote. They both have the directional keys. And locate the PackLoader right here, and then press OK on that, and then press escape or return. And that's going to add things and remove things from this shortcut bar down here. So we just added the PackLoader. The PackLoader is what allows you to keep everything in the Media Center up to date. So everything that's in there will automatically update itself. However, there are changes that happen, and those changes require everything to be reset. So here you see the standard pack or the extended pack, and if you choose the standard pack, that will not have adult content. If you choose extended, it will have adult content. And at the end of this video, I'll show you where that content would be if you chose that option. Just go ahead and press OK or enter, and then again, it's going to tell you that the app's going to restart itself, so press OK or enter again, and then just wait. It's automatically going to open itself up. Now we're going to go to install. This is the thing that you need to do once a month. So again, if we go back out to the main menu, you can see that you get there by just going to the PackLoader right there at the bottom. And if you look at the top, it says your version is 0 because your box is new or freshly updated. And then it says the server version is 2017, September 19th at the time of creating this video. So yours may be different than that. Don't worry about the difference in the version number, but do pay attention to the date. Make sure that you have the same date as the server does. So clear cache and data, what that does is erase everything that's in the Media Center to make sure that anything that's old is gone and only the new stuff is there. So if you have favorites already, then you do not want that checked unless you're having a problem, then leave that checked. Basic pack versus not the basic pack. The basic pack has just what's good at streaming, which is movies and TV shows and cartoons and music. If you do not choose the basic pack, then you will get the sports links and the news and stuff. Please be aware that we do not support those. We do have them on the box. However, if you are having problems finding that ball game or that news channel, sports and news, those are things that you can stream, and the difficulty is you do have to look around and find them. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the cache and data, and I'm going to choose to not have the basic pack, and I'm going to hit yes. And then again, this is asking me if I want to give super user access to the PackLoader. I'm going to choose remember my choice forever and allow. And so now it's done asking me for that. So it just asked on the app loader the last time. This was on the PackLoader. So those two programs are both set in the box's memory that they are StreamLine apps and that we do want to have them being able to have access to the box. So your internet speed will determine how fast this download happens. I'm connected to Ethernet, so mine's going to go pretty fast. If yours is going slower, please keep track of how long it takes to download. If it takes longer than 5 minutes to download, you're having a problem with your internet. It could be that your Wi-Fi router is too far or that your internet is too slow. But if it takes longer than 5 minutes on this download right here, then there is a problem. Notice it says downloading right there. Okay, the next part of this is the install. Don't worry about how long it takes for the install. Okay, if it takes a little long for the install, that's fine. This is the install. This is the box actually doing stuff. This is nothing to do with your internet speed. So that first part was the download. If the download is taking too long, then you do need to figure out what's going on with your internet. If the install takes a little long, don't worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to the end of this because I don't know how long it's going to take for you to be able to download, and I don't want you to lose track of where we are in the video. So just go ahead and pause the video, and once it gets to 100%, resume the video, and you'll be right where we are as well. So go ahead and do that now. So pause the video. Okay, so there we are at 100%, and so now we're going to press OK here. All right, let's go ahead and open the PackLoader back up again just so that you can see something. If you look at the top, you'll see your version and the server version. So at the time of recording this video, it was 2017 September 19th, and you can see that that version is also installed on the box. So I'm going to go ahead and press escape a couple times, get back to the main screen, and hit this task cleaner here. I recommend hitting the task cleaner whenever you're on this page. It's definitely a good idea just to make sure that everything is fresh and going as fast as it can. And now we're going to go into the Media Center. So once the Media Center loads, it does take a few minutes for it to go through the first time and get everything all updated. So like I said, the apps that are in here will update themselves. What we do with the PackLoader is just install the arrangement of all of those applications. So the first time that you install a new pack, it does have to connect to that pack and get everything set up. Right now it's getting started, so the fastest way to make things go quicker is to go over to the Music tab, press OK on Music, press left on the arrow keys, and then press OK or Enter 2 times. And just by doing that, it is now aware that it's online. And there it is right there. So I was just changing it to the thumbnails. And so now all of these thumbnails just downloaded, so it has the pictures there for them. And then you can just press the return button or backspace, and that'll put you back on the main page of the Media Center here, and then you go back over to Movies. So now that it knows that it's online, it's going out and checking things. It's running a security check to make sure that everything is good and operational. And so we're going to see a message up in the top left-hand corner in a minute that tells us that it's activating all of the add-ons that are installed on here. And after it's completed doing that, it's going to start downloading any updates. So this can take anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes. It just depends on how many updates there are out there. So I recommend just letting it sit for a minute and do its thing. Alright, so you just saw that message up in the corner. That means that it's doing its security checks. And you can see that everything is frozen here while it's doing its security checks, so don't be alarmed at that. And now everything is done. And again, it froze a little bit. So Now that everything is complete, now we can go ahead and exit out of the Media Center and come back into it and actually have it ready to work. So we just press this power button here. So just go down and hit enter on the power button, and the scroller on the bottom of the screen will actually freeze where it's at while it's shutting down. And this is just forcing it to save all of the changes, apply any updates, and restart, just like you would do on a computer. So it takes about 15 to 45 seconds, so just wait for it. Alright, so that's closed and we're back at the main launcher window. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Media Center now. And so now it's all ready to be used. It may have updates, so after it's been installed for a couple of days, there may be some updates or something that will happen in the background once the Media Center is opened. Alright, so now we're back in the Media Center. And once you first open it, so this is any time that you go into the Media Center, it does need to make that initial connection and start downloading any updates. So the fastest way to do that is just go ahead and choose one of the apps here, and it'll start opening up, say that it's working. You're just going to press either return on the remote or escape on the keyboard, and just do that a couple of times until you get back to this menu here, and that kind of initializes things to make it start doing its job faster. And now you can see the weather just populated up at the top, so it knows that it's online. So now we can continue and go ahead and do things. So if you wanted to go down and actually watch a movie now, it's all ready to go. And so as you saw when I hit Covenant last time, it kind of sat there and was working. Now it's actually opening up and ready to go. So the way that we organize things is we have the ones that work the best to the left and the ones that are not quite as good to the right. If you go to movies, that's the way that is. If you go to TV shows, it's the same way for the first few, but then Deco Documentaries is the best one for documentaries, Food Network, TED Talks, Home and Garden Television, and live TV there. Don't pay attention to what those apps are that I just said, because they can change from month to month. You never know what's going to be in here. However, it's always going to be the first ones work the best and less so down the right. So I'm going to go over to System and show you where the video add-ons is. So if you go to System, press down, and then go to the left, that'll take you to the end of the list there. Or you could just go left and then go all the way to the right. But the very end is video add-ons. If you click on video add-ons, this is going to show you everything that's on the box, even though there's not a shortcut to it. So for instance, 1080p movies, this is here in the list, but it's not on a shortcut. And if I go to it and go to latest movies, it's going to pull up a list of the movies that have been added most recently to this particular add-on. So there's a lot of good things in here. There's some Hallmark movies and stuff like that. So I would recommend taking a look at some of these other add-ons that are in here. Just because they're not on the main shortcuts list doesn't mean that they're not good. Some of them may work, some of them may not work, but we are hoping that they come back, and so we'll still have them listed in here. So it just depends, but that's where the other ones that are not really the main ones that we use are listed. So you can find those in there. Again, that's where the adult content would be as well. This here is your favorites button, and if you go back into video add-ons and for instance you wanted to add 1080p movies to your favorites, you can hit the context menu, it just says menu on the remote, or the letter C on your keyboard, and then add to favorites. And now if we hit escape or return and we go back over to the movies tab or the TV shows tab or whatever, and then you go down to the star and hit that, you'll see that we have that there. That works the same with any of the movies as well. So for instance, if you had a movie or a TV show that you wanted to add to your favorites, you can go and find that and hit the context menu, which again is the menu button on the remote or the letter C on the keyboard, and it's going to pull up a list of everything that you can do. Now if you're watching movies, that list is going to be a little bit different than it would be for TV shows, but you're always going to have that add to favorites right there. So I can add Pirates of the Caribbean to my favorites. I could also hit the context menu on it and watch a trailer. Now that's not in all of the different add-ons, however it is in some of them, so just be aware that that's there. So if you're looking through the list and you want to find a trailer for a movie because you're not sure of what that particular movie is, that's how you do it. So that just pulled up a trailer. I'm skipping by pressing up and down and left and right on the directional pad. So that works on the keyboard or the remote, either way. So that's how all of that works. I highly recommend going to our website, which is just streamlinetv.com, and you can see that's actually here on the bottom right hand corner of the main screen. I got there real quick by pressing the home button, by the way. So you can press the home button on the remote or on any multimedia keyboard. And if you go to our website, on the main page of the website you will find that we have some shortcuts to the most popular videos that we have. The one that I would recommend going to is the one for how to find movies and TV shows. It's very, very helpful to watch both of those. I would definitely recommend it. There's actually a few videos on that page, but all you have to do to get to it is just go to the home page on our website. I would highly recommend doing that from a laptop or a tablet or something, and then you can see this one right here, how to find movies and TV shows. So if you click on that, that'll take you over to that page, and then you can watch some of those videos. It really helps a lot. There's a lot of things that people think would just be one way or another, and it's not, or things that you would never even think that would be there. It shows you how to use all of it. So how to do searches, why we have multiple add-ons to get to different things or to get to the same thing, why it is that you can't find that movie in high definition over here, but you can over there, and where over here and over there is. So definitely get over there and take a look after you're all done setting up your box. Happy streamlining.